know you could be Batman!
I am not Batman. I'm Batman.
I'm a wheelchair user living in the city, and these are a quick and easy form of public transportation. Unfortunately, these are often left in the middle of the sidewalk with little to no regard of who they may be blocking. And so because of this, even though they make the city a lot more accessible for very many people, disabled people are often left with little to no access at all. As I'm sure you can see, moving these is quite the task, especially from a wheelchair. I have a connective tissue disorder called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and so I'm an ambulatory wheelchair user. So even with my mostly functional range of motion, this was difficult, but I did finally, just barely, make it through. And then I ran into another problem. There was absolutely no curb cut for where I needed to get to. So I took my smart drive off and started to build up the confidence to jump down this curb. There were people watching, which definitely didn't help, but I really didn't want to go all the way around the block again. So I just went for it, and it kind of worked. Don't try this at home.
One thing that I wish people would always know about autistic people is that we come with our own unique personality, just like everybody else, but that we also have our own skill sets and support needs and challenges and traits that make us who we are in a more circular spectrum of autism instead of just a linear one where it's little autistic to very autistic, and that we often have traits on either side of this that can sometimes make it a very visible disability and sometimes an invisible one. And we come in very, very different shapes and sizes instead of just one stereotype that people might have seen on TV. So yeah.
I just turned 29.
Recently?
Last year.
So you're 29?
Last year.
And how old are you, like, right now?
1 more year older.
So 30?
Yeah. 32.
Hiya, could I please get a white mocha, please, and also a tuna toasty? Yeah, of course. Any sauce with that? Ketchup, mayonnaise, barbecue? Ooh, ketchup would be great, but just a quick question. Is it, like, in a squirty bottle, or is it in those, like, little packets? You know, like little tear packets? It's the tear packets, if that's okay. No, that's fine. Would you mind just cutting them open with scissors and, like, leaving them on the side of the plate, if that's okay? You've got hands, haven't you? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I have a hidden medical condition. But you should know that my hands don't always swell, but I'm still experiencing pain and still need the adjustment of you opening the packet, so maybe don't do that next time. Yeah, you're probably right. Do you want a free drink?
Yes, I do get phantom limb. This is a good question. I like this one a lot. A lot of my phantom limb, though, isn't necessarily me feeling like my arm is there because my arm's paralyzed. So I'm having sensation coming back, so I can kind of feel my arm in space a bit. But mostly what I experience that really sucks is neuropathy or nerve pain. Nerve pain can be debilitating some days. It can really, really physically disable me. Sometimes the pain is so much to where, I feel like I can't even walk. I have to stop in my tracks and, experience the pain. So it can be pretty brutal some days. And what does it feel like exactly? It feels like stabbing, hot knife stabbing, small little bombs going off in the arm. It can feel like hot wires running through the arm. And mostly I just experience it at the end of the nub I've got here. But today, luckily, it's not too bad. I slept good. I, woke up, got moving, stayed hydrated, and overall just have kept my mind busy. I notice on days where I don't do that and I laze around is when it usually gets the best of me. And it does suck. It's horrible, but life's worth it. There's so much out there, so much to live for, and a little bit of nerve pain isn't going to stop me from living my dreams.
Let's normalize mobility aids in everyday life. I spent so much time refusing to use my walker when I went places. I was so ashamed and embarrassed. I spent so much time worried about how people would perceive me and my mobility aids. My illnesses are invisible. On the outside, I look like your typical able-bodied woman in her 20s, but I'm not. And without these walkers, I stay isolated at home. I can't do activities for the same amount of time that I can with my walker. Thanks to this device, I was able to go for a walk all around this park, go shopping for hours with my partner, and have a really wonderful day. I know it's easier said than done, but seriously, if you need it or if it would help, get one, use one, make your life easier, and fuck what anyone else thinks.
You gotta be cute with your walker. If you're gonna be disabled, you gotta be hot.
Afternoon. What can I do for you?
I need to buy a gun.
So what do you do for a living? Right now I'm actually not working. I'm trying to apply for disability just because my chronic illnesses and disabilities have gotten too much. But I do a lot of chronic illness awareness and advocacy content online and try to share my experiences with people. So that is kind of what I'm doing now. But yeah, I don't really have like a formal job. Ugh, you are so lucky. I wish I could not work. Oh my God. I would give anything to not have to do my job right now and to be able to just stay at home. Like, that sounds like the dream. It's not really like that. I have like a good 4 to 5 appointments like every week with a bunch of different doctors, and I'm constantly flared up and in pain and struggling to get basic care tasks done. So it's not like I'm like at home just relaxing and having a good time and diving into my hobbies or something cool. It is definitely like it's a job to have a chronic illness. Like, the amount of prep work, the amount of time, just simply going to appointments, let alone prepping and recovering from them. And not only that, but like I said, I'm applying to disability, so that has taken so much time just getting in and out of appointments to get certain things diagnosed so that I could finally get taken seriously and maybe get some help. I wish I could work again. I miss being able to leave the house. I miss being able to make my own money. I miss being able to like have free income to do extra things with. I mean, me not being able to work has absolutely changed my living status, and it's made it to where even the necessities that we need every day are sometimes really hard to get a hold of unless I have help from family, which I'm incredibly privileged and lucky to have, but it still doesn't change how difficult it is. I don't know, it sounds like you're being kind of dramatic. Like, there's a lot of people who have disabilities and who have problems who can still work. So like, if you want to work so bad, why aren't you? Because I quite literally can't. I have POTS, which makes me pass out often. I have EDS, which gives me a multitude of symptoms, but the most common is that I dislocate things all the time. I have seizures that just started last year that I have no idea what's causing them. I have so many issues that make it difficult just to get up in the morning and feed myself, let alone try to work. Like, I don't know, this seems kind of like an attitude problem or like a mindset thing. Like, if you really, really wanted to work that badly, like, you would push to be able to work still. Why do you think I'm going to all of these doctor's appointments? I'm trying to figure out a way to do something, anything. Like, at this point, I will take anything I just want to be able to do something for myself and to be useful and to feel like I can actually contribute to my household again like I used to. Like, that sucks. It's not like I want to be in this position. If I could work right now, I would.
My brother forgot that I was physically disabled the other day. We were out with my family and our friends, and we were going from this pub to a restaurant at the end of the road, probably like a 10-minute walk, I don't know. Too far for me to do. I stand outside, I have my phone, I get Uber up, and I order a taxi. It's literally about £3 because it's a ridiculously short walk. My brother comes out and he says to me, "Are you getting an Uber?" Just starts laughing, and I looked at him like, "Did you just ask me that?" He goes, "Oh my god, I am so sorry, I can't believe I just said that. That was that's an outrageous thing to say to my little sister." So if you've ever felt really bad about forgetting about your mate's disability or a family member's disability, don't worry, because my own brother, who's known me my whole life, just it completely left his memory, and I will never let him forget it.